All right, so welcome to another episode of Dark Dialogue Shadow Chat Sessions. I'm your host, John.
And I'm his co-host, Angela.
And, you know, like always on this show, we're going to dive into some weird shit, some strange shit, and all kinds of shit. And we're going to give our viewpoints that mean absolutely nothing, but hopefully we're going to laugh and have a good time. And
is that like Whose Line Is It Anyway? Like we award points that don't matter at the end?
Pretty much, yeah.
Nice.
Exactly the same kind of show, yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. All the points are made up and nothing matters?
Yes.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that pretty well fits this. So, yeah. With that, are you ready to dive in?
Let me get my life jacket on and
get your life jacket, and here we go. So,
don't want to drown.
Starting out with our strange headline segment. Woman tries to evict a ghost in court. So, a woman in Savannah, Georgia, filed a formal eviction notice against a ghost that she claims has been haunting her attic for a decade.
Damn it.
According to court records, the woman, identified as Marion M., submitted a handwritten legal filing against what she described as a, quote, aggressive and disruptive male specter, end quote, residing in the attic of her 19th century row house. She claimed the entity was responsible for slamming doors, muttering unintelligibly, stomping around at night, and lowering the thermostat to near Arctic levels without touching any actual controls. The ghost, she alleges, first made its presence known by writing "Get Out" in condensation on the bathroom mirror. She lived in the home for 6 years and says the activity became violent only after a recent renovation, during which an old wooden box was discovered in the attic containing war medals and a torn Confederate uniform. Marion taped the eviction notice to the attic door, sprinkled sage in a salt circle around the hatch, and included a clause offering the ghost, quote, reasonable relocation time. The court, unsurprisingly, rejected the filing on the grounds that it had no legal jurisdiction over the supernatural. Paranormal groups have since visited the house, and one team reportedly captured unexplained knocks and cold spots, but no one's offered to represent the ghost. My take? This ghost survived the Civil War, Prohibition, and the invention of dubstep. Good luck getting him out with a sticky note and essential oils.
I was just trying to save her money on her electric bill.
Right.
Damn it, Karen.
So, if the ghost had signed a lease, is it entitled to tenant protections?
I don't know if death is covered in lease.
I mean, the fact that somebody actually did this is hilarious.
Well, I love it.
Me. I mean,
to be a fly on the wall in that courtroom.
Oh yeah, that judge had.
And the judge is like,
"What the hell is this you're bringing before me?"
And to be a fly on the wall when he went home and told his family,
right?
You will never believe what happened today.
Yeah. So should a supernatural small claims court be a thing?
I think so, and we should get Casper
and Slimer.
Casper and Slimer. Yes. Casper when it passes, Slimer when it's a no.
There you go.
I'm done.
So would a ghost respond better to a lawyer or to a priest?
Probably better to a ghost hunter. Let's send Zach.
You know, that listening to the story, it sounds like a legit haunting. Seriously, it does. It doesn't sound like somebody and she's probably at her wit's end, but I mean, what do you do? I don't know what the hell you do. I don't think anybody knows what the hell you do dealing with something like this shit. I don't know, man.
Honestly, I would enjoy the cold spots.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. This one goes.
Bring it over here.
That one goes a little far for me. Like,
Yeah.
if it's right and Get Out on the freaking bathroom mirror and
It's
shit.
the same old story. They all do that.
I ain't never seen
I'm not even
that.
shocked by that.
I'm not saying I'm shocked by it, but what I'm saying is, while I've said that I wouldn't mind a ghost necessarily, if it's doing this kind of shit, I'm out.
What if it's hitting microphones while you're talking?
I'm out.
John's leaving. I'm out on myself.
Next, we've got our conspiracy corner. Waffle House as an Illuminati surveillance hub.
What is going on?
With Waffle House?
Exactly.
A lot, apparently. So a growing internet theory claims that Waffle House isn't just a Southern diner chain, it's a front for elite surveillance and occult rituals. This conspiracy, mostly found in the underbelly of TikTok and a few half-serious Reddit threads, suggests that Waffle House locations are positioned in a geometric grid across the southeastern U.S., forming what believers call, quote, the hash brown matrix. According to the theory, the floor plans of each restaurant contained encoded signals used in mass psychological conditioning, and the 24-hour operating schedule allows the Illuminati to monitor regional behavioral patterns in real time. The ever-present chaos at Waffle House, like people with pitchforks and shit like that.
Seriously.
Fights, meltdowns, and impromptu sermons are supposedly stress tests used to measure how average citizens react under pressure. It's even claimed that certain menu items are code words. Scattered, smothered, covered. Isn't just about hash browns, they say. It's a command protocol for mind control agents. Adding to the suspicion, Waffle Houses are among the first establishments to reopen after natural disasters, suggesting to the conspiracy crowd government-level resilience. One theorist dubbed them, quote, chaos outpost masks in cholesterol, end quote. My take, if the Illuminati really are using Waffle House to watch us, they've seen more bare feet, drunk sobbing, and pantless karaoke than anyone should have to.
Lego my ego, man.
Oh, are hash browns the new Rosetta Stone for decoding the New World Order?
in their little pockets.
I mean, who knew? Who knew when I decided to add the conspiracy corner that I would be researching the insane shit that I end up researching?
Waffle House of all places.
Well, yeah, with Waffle House, with, what was last week? It was the guy with, what was?
No, it's
it was the Denver airport. That one didn't really surprise me.
Not at all.
Between these conspiracy theories and the Reddit rabbit holes, my Lord, do you run into some whack that people believe.
And he thought sitting with his co-host was wacky enough.
Right? Yeah. So is there a secret menu item that triggers the apocalypse?
God, I hope not.
And does FEMA consult Waffle House during national crises, or do they report to it?
They might report to it, but waffles are the cheapest, fastest way to feed a crap ton of people. No wonder they come back so fast.
But what does this say if this conspiracy theory is true that, the government just doesn't give a shit about people in the North? They're only worried about people in the South? Because
no shit, we don't have them.
I don't know. I don't think there's a Waffle House in the state of Wyoming. Not one that I'm aware of, anyway. I know that there's a couple in Colorado, but I don't think I've ever seen a Waffle House in Montana or Idaho.
I am so offended right now.
Yeah, the government doesn't care about us.
No, it's because we can take care of ourselves.
Apparently. Interesting.
I say that, but then I'm going to hide behind you, so.
That's all right. And now, speaking of which, we have the Reddit rabbit hole. My toaster growls at me.
Perhaps you're using it too much.
So a Reddit user's haunted toaster is either a minor electrical fault or the first appliance uprising. In a now viral thread on R Paranormal, user DarkToast666 described a series of unsettling events involving their cheap stainless steel toaster. It began with the appliance making weird grinding noises after a power outage, and then came the growling. According to the user, whenever they attempted to toast anything, especially bagels, the toaster would emit a low guttural sound, quote, like a small dog with bronchitis, end quote. They even claimed the toaster once growled before being plugged in. Other Redditors quickly jumped in. Some suggested demonic possession, especially since the growling intensified during a full moon. Others blamed electromagnetic interference or a shortened thermal coil. One user claimed to be a paranormal appliance specialist and advised the original poster to unplug the toaster, wrap it in a towel soaked in holy water, and bury it for 3 nights in the backyard. Naturally, that didn't help. The toaster allegedly...
Oh my God, they did it.
The toaster allegedly growled one last time before the user threw it in the dumpster. No word on whether it found its way back inside like a cursed relic from a horror movie. My take, we've officially entered the age of haunted smart homes and demonic breakfast routines. The singularity will begin not with AI, but with pissed off toasters.
The brave little toaster has had enough.
Yeah, I mean, this one is like another one. It's like, oh my God, I cannot believe you people believe this shit.
And what's its problem with bagels?
It's a bad coil. It's a bad heating coil in the freaking toaster. Are you kidding me? Have you now ever heard a heating coil hum?
Mm-hmm.
That's what they sound like. Yeah, it could be called a growl, I suppose.
And bagels are thicker. That's the problem.
Bagels are thicker. Yeah. I mean, to me, this is just like, but like all these people jump on board, like, oh, bury it in, wrap it in a towel, soaked in holy water, bury it.
Did they buy it from a Waffle House going out of business sale?
Maybe they did.
It's not growling, it's listening to you.
So could this be the beginning of an appliance-based possession?
I don't want to have to throw away my toaster.
Well, what's the over-under on the air fryer becoming sentient next?
We have 3 of them in my house. Son of a bitch.
If your coffee maker starts whispering Latin, is it time to panic?
I don't want to say that bad.
I mean, you know, I would maybe give this a little bit more credence if it wasn't making a sound that like every toaster ever.
Or every electronic ever. Keurigs growl at people every single time you use them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. And the fact that this is the part that just really blows my mind. And that is, instead of just walking his ass to the dumpster and dropping it in and stopping at Walmart or Target or whatever and picking up a new toaster for $19.99,
mm-hmm.
He goes to the internet and posts it. It's like, I guess I don't understand the whole internet thing, but I know one thing. If I have a toaster, first of all, if it's growling, I'm not thinking it's haunted. I'm thinking this thing's going to burn my house down.
Yeah,
so I'm going to throw it away.
It's going to explode. It's time to go.
The idea that you would run to Reddit to get other people's advice on how to deal with a shitty toaster blows my mind. Blows my mind.
I love people.
Yeah. And now it's time for the Dipshit's Diary.
Dipshit Diaries.
Florida man tries to steal an ATM using a lawnmower.
Of course.
So, Florida man returns, and this time he's dragging a full-size ATM with a lawn tractor. In Ocala, a man
John
was...
Deere or Bobcat?
I don't know. I
Damn
don't
it.
know. In Ocala, a man was caught on surveillance footage attempting to steal an outdoor ATM from a gas station by looping a rope around it and dragging it behind his lawnmower. It wasn't a subtle heist. The metal dragged across the concrete at a painful 6 miles an hour, screeching all the way while sparks flew out the back. Locals called police within minutes. The man made it exactly 2.5 blocks before officers arrived to find him chugging a Mountain Dew and chewing on a Slim Jim, still seated on his mower. He offered no resistance, just pointed at the ATM and reportedly said, quote, "It was stuck. I was trying to help." Authorities found tools in the backpack labeled "Get Money Plan," along with a half-used can of WD-40. So, my take, this is what happens when your Ocean's 11 reboot is directed by Larry the Cable Guy.
Get her done.
So, was this a Grand Theft Auto mission gone tragically real?
It followed me home. Can I keep it?
I mean, so... I was in Colorado and my girlfriend and I were just getting ready to go to bed, and we hear this god-awful racket from outside. And so I run out there to see what the hell's going on, and there's this group of guys breaking into an ATM right across the freaking street. So obviously I called the cops, and not worth me getting involved.
Right.
So I called the cops and I'm like, yeah, so
there's a situation you might want to take a...
So these lunatics stole a freaking ATM and then drove it to this parking lot they put it in the trunk of a car. So they pulled up with it hanging out of the back of the car because you can't fit a freaking ATM in the trunk of a car.
Yeah.
And then they tried to break into it, which if you've ever seen Breaking Bad.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I used to install ATMs. I did the electrical for ATMs. Let me tell you what, you're not breaking into them freaking things. Not easily. Maybe a cutting torch would get your ass in there, but I mean, they are built, obviously.
It's certainly not in public.
Absolutely not in public. But even if you steal one, you're probably going to end up like the meth head in Breaking Bad, and it's going to fall on your head and kill you because the thing is built like a safe. I mean, first of all, they're heavy as hell.
Yeah.
Because the walls are thick, just like a big ass safe is. So
isn't it going to record you the whole time? Don't they all have surveillance cameras?
They all do have surveillance, but once you get the thing ripped off the deal and drag it away, then it's not connected to electricity anymore, so it's not recording. But still, you're not getting into the thing. The dumb shits that I discovered, they tried and tried and tried, and they ended up leaving the ATM there. They didn't get caught. The cops didn't get there fast enough, but matter of fact, the cops, I called them 3 times and was like, are you coming?
Yeah.
And no, they never showed up, or they didn't show up for 3 hours or something. So, but the idiots still couldn't get into it. They ended up leaving the ATM right there in the parking lot across the street because they couldn't break into it. Because you're not easily breaking into one of these things. I mean, it takes some heavy equipment to get into an ATM machine. So if you're thinking of stealing one, don't. So should John Deere start issuing not for crime disclosures? Do not drag ATMs with this piece of equipment.
Fastest speed 6 miles an hour.
And this next question is so spot on, and I want you to explain why it's so spot on, and that is, why does every Florida man story sound like a Mad Lib? I mean, what is it with that place?
I don't know.
Some of the craziest shit ever comes out of Florida.
Floridians, please explain. We would like to understand.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's like the snowbirds that moved. I don't know what it is about Florida, but it brings the crazy out.
It's Disney. You don't like Disney. It's Disney saturating.
That makes a lot of sense. The fact that Florida allowed Disney to be built there
Well, so did
really
California.
makes me, well, we all know about California. I already knew about California, but the fact that Florida allowed Disney to be built there really makes me question their sanity.
Oh, some people don't despise Disney as much as you do.
I don't understand that line of thinking.
I'm sorry, but it's true.
Yeah, I'll never understand.
I'm moving this, so forgive me if you hear noise.
So next up, we have New Jersey man
Lord.
robs a convenience store with a banana.
We're moving up.
So this is the actual dipshit. He held a banana under his shirt like a gun and demanded money. Moments later, he ate the evidence. In Philadelphia, a man casually walked into a convenience store, stole a banana from the counter, and moments later attempted to rob the cashier using the fruit as a fake firearm. He jammed the banana into his front pocket of his sweatshirt, pointed the bulge at the clerk, and yelled, "Give me the money or I'll shoot you." Fearing it was
Potassium.
Fearing it was a real weapon, the clerk handed over an undisclosed amount of cash. The man fled the store but was caught on surveillance footage just outside, nonchalantly unpeeling and eating the banana while waiting at a nearby bus stop. Police later released the video to the public, which went viral for obvious reasons. The suspect was arrested shortly after and charged with robbery and theft, though it's unclear whether the banana was held as evidence or digested on site. My take, if your weapon of choice can be eaten mid-getaway, maybe rethink your criminal strategy. So, should bananas have to be kept behind the counter like Sudafed?
Yes. Apparently.
Apparently
Now they do.
So, can eating the weapon be considered tampering with evidence?
100%.
I think so, for sure. And to your point, was this man's greatest threat potassium overdose?
I think so too. Although they have discovered that there isn't as much potassium in bananas as there used to be.
Ironically, I was just going to follow up with that exact fun fact.
Great
Yes.
minds.
You are correct. Yeah. Bananas just aren't that great of a source of
Not
potassium
anymore.
after all.
Not anymore.
Well, I don't think the bananas have changed. I think
No, they have.
the bananas have changed.
Yes. They've genetically altered the bullshit so much that
Well, that doesn't surprise me. Okay, so then we have woman arrested for calling 911 because her cat ignored her.
and her cat called PETA shortly thereafter.
A woman made 3 emergency calls in one night because her cat wouldn't cuddle. She was not, in fact, in danger. So police in Oregon responded to multiple calls for a woman who claimed that she was experiencing an emotional emergency because her cat was, quote, withholding affection and, quote, seemed distant. On the 3rd call, officers visited her apartment to conduct a wellness check. The woman admitted that she wasn't hurt, but, quote, just felt like the cat didn't love her anymore. Officers found the cat lounging on a windowsill, allegedly indifferent to the drama. The woman was arrested for misuse of emergency services and issued a warning about further non-urgent calls. The cat remained uncuffed and unmoved. My take, the cat's only crime was being a cat. Cold, uncaring, unbothered, probably plotting your death in its spare time.
They're cat holes.
Cats do.
They're cat holes.
100%. So should 911 have a loneliness but not illegal extension?
Well,
I mean, when you're in emergency services, no matter where you're at, it's amazing the shit that people call 911 for.
should we get Caesar Milan involved?
He's the dog guy. He doesn't do cats.
He only does dogs?
Yeah, he only does dogs.
Who is the cat guy? Oh, man.
Out of his mind?
Yeah, but there is one, and I can't remember his name.
Well, he's insane, so it doesn't matter anyway. Because you've got to be insane to think that you can train cats and get them to be loving like dogs, because it's not going to happen.
Cat holes.
Cats are the most indifferent animals, I think, on the planet. And I have a ton of respect for cats. Don't get me wrong. But they don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like, they don't care. As long as they have their food and what they need, they don't care about you. If you die, they're probably just going to eat you, which, yes, happens.
It does happen.
Yeah. They're not like dogs that sit there like Hachi, who goes to the same place his master was every day for all his life. Cats don't do that shit.
No.
They're just like, move on to the next one. Whatever. One less human I have to deal with. Is this the most relatable villain origin story ever?
Yes.
What do you do when your emotional support animal emotionally abandons you?
That's a very good question. You go find an alligator.
I think you don't pick alligators and cats as emotional support animals. Get a dog, man. Dogs don't give a shit. They don't care about anything but you.
But you. Yeah.
Like, that's it. You are their entire world.
And every little noise that ever happens.
Yeah, but because they feel like they want to protect you.
This is true.
Like, dogs are amazing in that they just love their humans unconditionally. Like, unconditionally. They don't care.
We've confirmed that Dark Dialogue is team dog.
Big time. I'm not a cat. Like I said, I respect cats. I like cats. My daughter had a freaking awesome cat. And then once she graduated and moved out, she left the cat with me. And, you know, I dug the cat. She was cool. Man, I would kind of become buddies and stuff like that. But she was not a dog.
Yeah.
She was a cat.
Yeah.
And so it's just different. They have a function, but like being an emotionally supportive critter is not one of their functions. I think goldfish are probably better at that than cats are. So, yeah, that's my opinion. Now, whether this woman should have been arrested, I don't know. The article said arrested, fined, yes. Arrested, yeah, I don't know about that.
Maybe she was arrested just long enough for a psych eval?
Maybe, which she probably needs.
Yeah.
And now we have the weird shit section.
Weird shit.
So the town that changed its name to Truth or Consequences. Are you familiar with this one?
No, but I'm not going there.
Oh, it's a kind of cool story, actually. So an entire town in New Mexico renamed itself after a radio game show, and has no regrets. In 1950, Hot Springs, New Mexico agreed to change its name to Truth or Consequences as part of a publicity stunt by NBC Radio. Host Ralph Edwards promised to broadcast the show's 10th anniversary live from any town that would take on the name. Hot Springs took the bait, renamed itself, and hosted Edwards for decades of annual visits. Today, the town of about 6,000 people still goes by Truth or Consequences and holds an annual fiesta with parades, food vendors, and Truth or Consequences trivia. And yes, the Hot Springs are still there, just hotter now that they've been forever linked to an early version of Fear Factor. My take? It's like if Wichita rebranded as Wheel of Fortune just to get Pat Sajak to drop on by. So, what is the price of civic identity in marketing dollars?
I don't know, but I would like to know if it changed.
I mean, this is a crazy story. It really is. And it's one I've been...
Tourism did bump.
Probably did. It probably helped the town. I mean, I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. I don't see a problem with it. There's a gazillion hot springs out there in this country. There's probably a few different hot springs, New Mexico's. We know for a fact there's different hot springs of whatever.
Yeah.
There's no other truth and consequences towns. I think that's a very unique one.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, I changed my mind. I might go there.
Could we convince a town to become Dark Dialogue, Wyoming?
Let's do it.
New York or whatever the case may be? I like that.
That's our next project. We got to start finding little towns that, yes.
And then should other towns follow suit, like OnlyFans, Missouri?
I don't know if Missouri could handle that. That seems like a Nevada, Sin City sort of thing.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's more Nevada, California, even New York. OnlyFans, New York.
Really?
LFNY. Rolls right off the tongue.
Okay.
Nobody's hiring me for their tourism boards. I'm telling you that.
So next we have the man who lived with a bear voluntarily. A Russian man and his 7-foot brown bear lived together peacefully for over 2 decades until the bear got grumpy.
Oh, jeez.
Stepan, the brown bear, was adopted as a cub by Russian couple Svetlana and Yuri Patalenko after he was orphaned by hunters. They raised him in their suburban home, feeding him porridge, fresh fish, and sweetened condensed milk. The bear, yes, a literal bear, reportedly watched TV with them, cuddled on the couch, and even helped with gardening, mostly by flattening the plants. For years, the trio appeared in documentaries and posed for photo shoots, but not everything was Disney perfect. Neighbors complained about the smell. The cost of feeding Stepan became astronomical.
Imagine.
And the sheer liability of living with a bear made insurance nearly impossible. After 23 years, a minor incident where Stepan allegedly growled at a pizza delivery guy sparked safety concerns, and authorities intervened. The couple was forced to relocate the bear to a wildlife sanctuary where they still visit. My take? This is why you don't adopt something that can maul you faster than you can say bad bear. So is this the most Russian thing ever done?
Probably not. It probably includes vodka, the most Russian thing that was ever done.
Probably feeding the bear vodka. You know, I had a buddy who, unfortunately, he passed away, but he was in cow camp up in the Bighorns, and he tamed a black bear. Not as a cub. He made friends with an adult black bear, and he had this thing where he could step out the cabin and holler, and that bear would freaking come running and come up and eat out of his hands and stuff. It was the craziest freaking thing I've ever seen.
Oh.
I don't know how he did it. I mean, he lived in cow camp up there all by himself, and he just made buddies with this bear.
Was the bear his emotional support animal?
His bear was his buddy, for sure, man.
Did he name it?
He did. I can't remember what it was. I can't remember. I mean, Mark Paul was like one of the most unique characters I ever. So I saw him one time, and he had his hand all bandaged up, right? Both his hands. And I said, "What the hell did you do?" And he said, "Well, I made these bombs.
Oh, no.
I lit it, and it went off before I could throw it." And I said, "So what the hell happened to the other hand?" He said, "Well, I thought I could fix the problem." And so he did it again. So that was Mark, man. He was such a cool dude. I mean, he's one of the most favorite people I've ever known in my life. He was just freaking cool.
Wow.
And unfortunately, he died in a car wreck, but he tamed a bear. Legit. I saw it with my own eyes. And like I said, he didn't catch it as a baby. He somehow tamed an adult. It was a black bear. It wasn't a grizzly, but still, it was.
Bears a bear sometimes.
What's that?
I said a bear is a bear sometimes.
You know, bears are freaking cool, though. I mean, when I was on a ranch, I managed a ranch up in Montana, and we had stock tanks all over the ranch.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was 50,000 acres. It was a big place. And on those stock tanks, we used float balls to shut the water off and turn it on. So just think of like the ball in the back of your toilet, only bigger. And you'd come along, and those bears loved those balls. And they would sit in those stock tanks, and they'd rip the ball. It just drove me freaking crazy. But they ripped the ball off the little thing, and then they'd like throw it in the air and sit there and play with it. And, you know, you think of like the bears in the circus. That's just normal bear being bear. They are like super freaking playful. I mean, they will eat you. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they'll kill you
After
with
they
like
play
one
with you.
swipe, but they're very playful. They're like, so I could see how with enough patience, and Mark had lots of it, how you could coax a bear into becoming your friend.
Okay.
So anyway, back to the story. What happens when the bear gets sick of Netflix?
You join Hulu?
I guess so. And can you put Bear Dad on a resume?
Yes.
I think you should be able to. I think that says a lot about you, actually.
I'm patient. I'm tenacious.
Fearless.
Fearless.
Yeah. All right. Next, we have the vanishing island that appears every 20 years. The Bay of Bengal, an eerie island, arises from the sea every couple of decades, only to disappear again like it was never there. Known locally as Nijhum Dwip, which means silent island, this mysterious landmass appears off the coast of Bangladesh roughly every 18 to 20 years. Scientists believe it's a natural phenomenon caused by shifting sandbars and sediment from the Ganges, Brahmaputra Delta, but for local fishermen, it's more than that. Many claim the island is cursed, whispering at night and playing tricks on compasses. Some say they've landed on it only to find no animal life, no insects, not even birds overhead. Others say they've seen lights flickering deep in the fog, only to vanish without a trace. Attempts to permanently mark the island's location with GPS have failed. It sinks before any real measurements can be taken. Locals avoid it. Scientists just want to know how it keeps returning. My take? This sounds less like science and more like the setup to a Lovecraft short story. So, is this Atlantis playing hard to get?
I think so.
I mean, it's a crazy freaking story.
Yeah, I feel like I'm going to go look it up now, but yeah.
You know, and the funny thing is when you go to researching it, there's like disappearing islands all over the place. Apparently it's a relatively common phenomenon. But I don't know about the disappearing and reappearing part of that. Like the disappearing part seems like it's relatively common, but I don't know about like the whole reappearing.
Wouldn't it just be high tide and low tide?
Right. High tide and low tide is a daily thing. It doesn't take 20 years. I don't know. I don't know how it could only appear and
I mean,
disappear.
it is the ocean. We don't know what they're doing.
We don't know.
The turtles got tired.
Maybe.
They're sick of holding it up.
So should Google Maps be allowed to say, maybe?
Absolutely.
I agree. Would you set up camp or nope out immediately?
I have questions. I always have questions. Am I alone? How big is the boat?
I mean, to me, there ain't no way I'm setting up camp on this thing. So if you're looking at me to protect you, you're out on this.
Basically, that's the only one.
Because I ain't gonna freaking set up camp on an island that might disappear underneath me.
I don't mean camp. Well, I'd hang out on a boat outside of it just to see
Ah.
if the boat was big enough. Like, I don't want any little dinky ass boats, but
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to, I don't know. Because, I mean, you know, it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't creep me out that there's like no animals on it. Of course, there's not animals
Well,
on
yeah.
it. It's going to disappear.
There's no time. Animals know better. Birds, though, that's interesting. How
Yeah,
far away from the next landmass?
I don't really know.
Hmm.
I don't think far.
Because you'd think birds would at least.
You would think so. But, I mean, I don't know. I just pulled this
And
picture. I don't think
bugs
this is,
don't care. Bugs
this is
go everywhere.
actually the picture, because an island that's only appears every 20 years isn't going to have any vegetation on it. I'm sure it's just dirt. It's
Yeah.
just sand. There's no trees. There's no nothing. There can't be.
I don't buy that there's no bugs. Bugs are everywhere. Bugs don't care.
Well, flying insects, I mean, I guess I don't really know. I've never been out in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
Are they away from land? I mean, I doubt it.
I don't know either, but
They would have to fly nonstop all the time.
not all bugs fly.
Well, they're certainly not crawling in the ocean.
You don't know.
Swimming bugs, maybe, but crawling ones, no.
Ton of sea skippers.
Are they technically insects?
I think, I don't know.
I don't really know either.
I would call it a bug.
So next up, we have the Pentagon's actual zombie apocalypse plan. So
Okay.
the U.S. military has a real declassified zombie apocalypse plan, not satire, not a drill. It's called CONOP 8888, and it's real. Drafted in 2011 by military strategists at U.S. Strategic Command, CONOP 8888 is a contingency plan outlining responses to a variety of zombie-based threats. The document categorizes several zombie types: pathogenic zombies, radiation zombies, evil magic zombies, seriously, and chicken zombies. The result of improper poultry disposal. While the plan has never intended to be implemented, it was used as a training tool for military personnel to practice logistical operations, containment strategy, and cross-agency coordination without politically sensitive overtones. It reads like a hybrid of The Walking Dead and a logistics manual, complete with detailed troop deployment strategies, humanitarian response protocols, and what to do if major cities fall to the undead. Military brass claimed that it was meant to be fun and educational, and probably in that order. My take? You sleep soundly tonight because someone at the Pentagon took "What if zombies, though?" very seriously.
Yeah.
So, who was the unlucky soul who had to present this to their boss?
It would have been me. I'd have been voted the one.
So, I mean, this thing, I don't know, have you heard about this before?
No, I haven't.
It has it has fueled conspiracy theories ever since it popped up. If the government was doing something fun, which the government is not known for fun, so I don't know, but I don't know what brain surgeon thought this was a good idea.
Yeah.
Or the darker side of it is they think it's a possibility and they really wanted to train and prepare for it.
Yeah, that I don't like.
And they just say, just like Roswell was a weather balloon,
Yeah.
they just say that this was just a fun way to practice.
What are in those vaccines?
Yeah. Yeah.
Moving on.
So why are the chicken zombies the scariest part of this story?
Oh, shit! Because you don't know what a chicken will do.
Right?
They're unpredictable.
So is this a brilliant way to prep for any disaster or just a really weird Friday?
Really weird Friday.
Yeah, I don't see the point to this as a training at all.
I would love to see the movie based on this, though.
It's called, what's that Brad Pitt movie? That's what it's called. The Brad Pitt zombie movie.
I don't know that.
You don't know that Brad? It's like the best freaking zombie movie ever made.
Like
in my
something Z.
Yeah, something Z.
I've not seen it.
It's really good as far as zombie movies go, which I'm not a big fan of, but
I'm not usually either. But
I mean, I got really into The Walking Dead for a little bit
until it became the same thing,
and then it's
freaking over again.
Oh my God, that's the same complaint that I had. It's just like once they get to the prison, I'm out. I've tried to watch it like 3 or 4 different times, and I can get to where they get to the prison, and then I'm like, I have had enough of the same zombie killing. It's like they just move to different areas and everything stays the same.
Yep.
You know, it was too much for me.
I got further than that, but I had to stop. I was like, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
I started killing off my favorite people, and I was like, I really.
Oh yeah, that was the other thing that they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that was the only thing keeping me watching was those people.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I can't make it through.
To stop. I don't know how it ends.
World War Z.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. Great freaking zombie movie. Okay. Well worth watching.
I'll add that to the list of things I have to watch.
It's really good. You don't have to watch that one, but you know, it's good. I mean, I'm not a fan, like I said, of zombie movies, not my thing, but that one is pretty freaking good. All right, so next we have the bridge that hums in B flat.
Is that anything like the road that they did the markings in, so when you drive on it, it plays a song?
I've never heard of that. I have no clue.
Okay. Continue.
The Anzalduas International Bridge between Texas and Mexico hums constantly at the exact pitch of B flat, and no one knows why. Located near Mission, Texas, the Anzalduas International Bridge spans the Rio Grande and connects the U.S. to Reynosa, Mexico. During certain wind conditions, the bridge emits a haunting, low-frequency hum, so distinct that musicians have confirmed that it resonates in the perfect B-flat tone. Engineers believe the sound is caused by wind passing through the steel guardrails and expansion joints, creating what's known as an anhelonian tone, similar to the hum produced by blowing across a bottle. But while the mechanics are known, the pitch's consistency and eerie quality have sparked theories from plausible acoustic resonance to the bonkers, government mind control experiments and sonic testing zones. Some residents nearby report trouble sleeping, while others claim they can't hear it at all. But audio recordings prove that it is there, and it's weirdly musical. My take, if a bridge starts humming and no one's around to harmonize with it, is it lonely or just vibing?
It's just vibing.
So, can we market this bridge as the world's biggest tuning fork?
Yes.
I agree. You know, it's interesting because I've read somewhere that B flat is like the Earth's tone or something like that. There's like something
that sounds familiar
about B flat that is like the Earth vibes to B flat. I don't know.
Me.
So, is it trying to warn us or serenade us?
Serenade.
I think so too. I mean,
because there's no Mothman, so
right. I think that it's explainable.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, I don't think that it's anything. I don't think that it's, what did I say? Government mind control experiments and sonic testing zones. Yeah, I don't think so much.
No. It's just environment and what they said, how those.
Well, you know, it's like I got the guitar sitting right here. I could pick it up and I could play a B flat by.
Do it.
You want me to play a B flat?
Do it.
That was not the intention for.
I don't know. You say I could. I'm going to tell you to do it.
That's a B flat.
That's a pretty noise. I like it.
So where I was going with that is if you can pick up a guitar and you can play a B flat, that tells you that there is a certain mechanical layout which will produce a B flat tone.
Yeah.
Right. And you can do the same thing with any instrument. Most any instrument you can play B flat on. So basically, they just happen to create an instrument that produces a B flat when certain conditions are there.
Yeah.
Wind blowing or whatever the case may be, you know?
It's just...
Is it odd that it never changes pitch? I mean, I don't know, because I guess it would depend on the cause of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, you know, if it's something that just vibrates at a certain speed, but it's strong enough that regardless of how strong the wind is or whatever, it still vibrates just at that speed. It doesn't strike me as that unusual or odd at all, but I did find it interesting enough to put it in
No doubt.
the weird shit section.
I'm gonna
because
dig it.
I think it's interesting. So yeah, I wouldn't mind checking it out. It's better than that hum thing at Taos.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have that shit. But that's all I got for us tonight. That is the end of it. That's right. So, if you like what we do and how we do it, we ask you to give us a like, give us a follow. Those likes really help us with the algorithm. So if you can like this episode, that would be great. If you have any suggestions for us, you want some certain weird shit covered, or you got some ghost stories that you want to hear us talk about, anything like that, feel free to reach out to us at info@darkdialogue.com. And that's also where you can find our more serious shows, Dark Dialogue, the main show, Dark Dialogue Rocky Mountain Reckoning, where, you know, we get a lot more serious and talk about some true crime and some truly awful things, which is the reason that we started this show, just so we could lighten up a little bit and decompress. So, but feel free to check out our other shows there. And yeah, that's all I got. You got anything?
No, I got nothing.
All right, so thanks for joining us, and have a wonderful day.
Good night.